Hey guys, how's it going? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how the Timeout RxJS operator works, specifically looking at how it works with a web request using the HTTP client in Angular. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is quickly just create a new project to test this out. So ng new RxJS timeout example, and let's just wait until this completes. Alright, so once that's been created, I'm going to change directory into that project, and then I'm going to open it up in a code editor. And here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is go to the terminal and create a service using the Angular CLI. So I'm going to do ng generate service, and I'm going to call it web request. That should create the web request service here. There we go. And here I'm going to use the HTTP client. So private HTTP of type HTTP client. And we have to import this up here from @angular/common/HTTP. There we go. Save that. And we also have to go to app.module over here and import the HTTP client module. And import it here. There we go. Save that and close that. And here we can create an example method, example request method. And we want to return the this.http.get observable. And here we have to type in the URL of the web API that we're going to be using. And I'm going to be using the JSON placeholder REST API, which is a fake online REST API for testing and prototyping. And I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to use this route here. Copy that. And I'm actually going to be using the slowly service here, which is a test service to mock a slow HTTP response. And basically all it does is it puts a delay on our web requests. So I'm going to then I'm going to paste in the JSON placeholder route here, and I'm going to put the delay to 2 seconds. 2 seconds, there we go. And I'm going to copy this route here, and I'm going to go back to our service and paste it within this get method here. There we go. And here we actually want to use the timeout operator. So first thing I want to do is import it. So import timeout from RxJS/operators. There we go. And here we can pipe that onto the observable. And here we can call the timeout operator. And here we can put the duration. So I'm going to put 1000. Alright, so what this code is doing is it's creating a HTTP GET request to this route here. And it's saying with the timeout operator that if this web request takes longer than 1000 milliseconds to respond, then an error will be thrown. Okay, so let's try this out. So let's go to app_component.ts. And let's create a constructor, and let's inject this service. So private web request service of type web request service, and let's implement on init to create the lifecycle hook. Okay, there we go. And here we can do this.webRequestService.ExampleRequest.subscribe. And here we can get the response. And here we can do console.log. The web request responded on time. And completed successfully. Here is the result. here's the response, and then we can do console.log the response. Okay, there you go. And now we can put the error callback. Console.log. There was an error. And here we can now log the error. Okay, so now let's go to the terminal and type in ngserve. So now our application is being served, so we can go to localhost 4200 and go to the console, and we have an error here that the timeout has occurred error. There we go, with a timeout error name and the message here. Okay, so now let's go back to our service and let's just change it up a little bit, and let's set the timeout now to 3000 milliseconds. So now this web request should be successful because we are only delaying it for 2000 milliseconds and we are setting the timeout to 3000. So let's go back to our app. We get the success message here and we get the object returned from the JSON placeholder API, which is just some example content here. So that's great. So now the web request has completed successfully because it took less than 3000 milliseconds for the request to respond. So that's how the RxJS timeout operator works in the context of HTTP requests. But this method will work in very much the same way on other observables as well. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.